Hey, y'all.
Hi, everybody.
Made it.
All right. Sometimes I catch myself grooving out on the
I do too. How can you help it?
on
can't help it.
on that music.
It's on my playlist.
Yeah.
Mm.
That and The Entertainer.
Steve, you should have your band do a cover of it.
I should, Barry. I should.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everybody except the drummer and the bass player plays kazoo.
Yes.
Come on.
Hey, why don't we do that?
I'm ready.
I don't know. Can you
I mean,
read
I
sheet
don't-
music?
I don't
work
have
well.
a kazoo handy, but I mean we could order them.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
it
remember
doesn't
last
work
time
well.
I had a kazoo. I didn't even know how to use it. properly,
It moves backwards.
You know,
Yeah.
it was backwards.
Yeah,
Wow.
the latency here doesn't makes it not work well when you
So
try
it makes it work even better.
or that.
Imagine.
Do you kazoo? I do.
I mean, if we can't make this work, I mean, what good are we?
Well, we could always try whistling.
It's still latent.
How do you do that again?
Which reminds me
Ooh.
of that commercial we tried to do in Brockport by whistling the bridge over the River Kwai.
How did that turn out?
Uh-oh, I think you've broken Tom.
Oh no!
It was one of the there was a place in just outside of Brockport called the Village Furniture or something like that.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And it was right over that was the advertising key. It was right over the bridge in Brockport because the school was on the side of the Erie Canal. So you
Right.
go over the bridge and there it was, the Brockport Village Furniture. So we decided to get a whole bunch of our talented friends together in one of a whole bunch. There had to be about 10 or 15 of them.
Yeah.
Standing in a studio room with a couple of microphones around them.
Yeah.
And we tried to get them to whistle the bridge of the River Kwai.
Colonel Bogey.
Now, Tom and I, being a couple of nerds, we had that down so much
Yeah.
that we could. One person would stay on the high part, and the other one would put in the harmony.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was we were
You
pathetic.
nailed it. You were
Anyway.
experts.
Why
Anyway.
we didn't just take one of the records off that had the bridge over the River Kwai on it and just play that? I have no idea.
We gave up after about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
wow.
no matter how far along you got into it, somebody would crack up.
Yeah, I know.
And then
It's-
the whole place would fall apart. We had people standing there like this, with their eyes covered and their thumbs in their ears,
Yeah,
trying
just trying to
not to
whistle the
see.
thing.
or hear anybody.
It was
one of
I
the-
forgot
really
all
funny.
about that until you said it. Yeah.
What a
That
funny
was one of the
experience.
funniest friggin' things that we did up there, boy. I'll tell
Well,
you.
I remember
Or
another.
didn't do.
Too bad phone.
And there he goes.
There
So
goes
long,
Alex.
Alex.
Mm-hmm. He's gone.
He was anticipating you talking about National Oregon Day.
Oh,
Well, it's eventually. I thought this was more entertaining.
it is. I remember another night. We had gathered at the station, and we were hanging around in Studio C or whatever the hell it was called, and we're all going to go out. And I set up a microphone in Studio C, and I had a tape going, like a reel-to-reel tape, really slow, to record. And people would just walk up and start humming a theme song to a TV show or something like that. And then suddenly everybody's humming along and doing the bass notes and shit like that. We never went out that night. We were there
You just there the whole night doing that.
5 hours doing that. It was dum dum da da dum dum da da yeah dum da da da. I mean, it was recorded it. I recorded the entire thing. It was the stupidest damn thing. Why people would rather do that than go out, I don't know. But no one can stop it. No one can stop it.
I'll tell you that place was addictive.
Yeah. Well, that's what these
Oh
radio
my
people
God,
were
it was
like. You know, all you
ridiculous.
have to do is set up a microphone and they'll never leave.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's how my dad got stuck with the squatter back in '93.
What's that?
He had a microphone.
Oh,
Oh.
This,
I thought you had an
that's
actual interesting story there. That would have been cool.
No, I don't
great
actually.
lead in.
Shit.
Thanks for the letdown.
But that
And-
sounds like a
and-
lot of
and-
stuff that you could have cut later and used.
Yeah.
That was so friggin' funny.
Weren't we
That
also
was-
marching? Weren't we
Yeah,
also marching at the,
some of us were.
so you could hear the marching.
To keep the timing.
So-
I think, like, occasionally we were in there conducting it, weren't we?
Yeah.
Just nobody could get it right. It was goddamn
Oh,
the stupidest thing ever.
but it was so friggin' funny.
God. Oh God.
Oh, come on,
Like, I didn't
Barry
even
was
know
the-
that was called the Bridge on the River Kwai song. You know?
That's actually not the name of the song.
It's called the Colonel Bogey March.
Kogan
Right.
Bernal Bogey March. or
Colonel
something
Bogey's
like that.
March. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Interesting.
it's
Nobody played tricks on people better than Barry did.
Oh,
yeah.
Man,
Audionics.
Barry was
we had a lot of
was
fun.
the master.
Yeah. Barry invented a lot of techniques back in the analog days that you
Yeah.
could really mess with somebody's show.
So this studio was built in the old day. Now everything's on a computer. In the old days, it was all cables, right? So
Mhm.
like an old-fashioned telephone switchboard thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
patch,
quarter-
patch
quarter
cables and
inch patch
stuff. yeah.
cables, so that you'd have a patch panel, which was like floor to ceiling, 18 inches wide of sockets, and every socket was every device in the entire station, turntables, microphones, the potentiometers on the mixing boards, everything had-
Monitors, headphones.
everything had a socket in this
Mhm.
big patch panel. So if you wanted, you could reroute a turntable to a different place on the mixing board, right? You can do whatever you want. Well, to me, that's like, "Mwah."
No, God.
So we would do things like the guy on the air would cue up, the Steve Miller Band, and press start, and Steely Dan would come out.
No, what often we used to do this thing where
That's funny.
we would not mess with what was going out over the air.
Right.
We would mess with what was going into his headphones.
Oh, that's
Only.
great.
So he thought that the wrong thing was playing, but the right thing was playing.
That's hilarious. That's
And there was
funny.
one time there was a guy who always played this one song.
Willie the Sea.
Yeah, right.
Was it?
It was a Billy Joel song, I think. And he always, you knew he was going to play that one. So
Really?
Barry figured out a way, which would be impossible now. He took that song and recorded it somehow so that it kept slowly speeding up.
Oh no.
slowly, and then speeding up. He did it with the turntable. I don't know how.
Well, the way I did it was I was in another studio, and I had the same song on a turntable in that studio.
No,
Oh, so you rerouted it, turned up the other one, and then
Yeah,
routed
yeah,
it.
yeah,
yeah,
Oh.
but you had a recording of that song, and it kept speeding up.
Yes, exactly.
So what was going out over the air?
Mhm.
You know,
Something else.
the needle's on the turntable on the record, and it's going fine, except the song in his earphones and in the monitor in the studio kept going slightly faster, and you can, in those days when it went faster, it went higher. So as it's going faster and faster and faster in his head, he's looking at the turntable, and he keeps putting his thumb on the record to slow it down. He's
Meanwhile, you could hear the music out in the student union, which is where the station was, going.
everything was fine until he would mess with his own thing, and then because it was
It would
going
screw it
faster,
up.
faster, faster in his ears, well, it ended. but there was still that much left to go on the record, and he's looking down at the record, and the song's over, and there's still that much to go. So he just lifts the needle off.
Just cuts the song.
The other one that we figured out is
Oh my god!
you could create a delay
Oh, that was
in
best. That was
audio
the best
because on these old reel-to-reel machines,
Right.
the recording head and the playback head were two separate heads in the recording machine in the tape deck.
Mhm.
So it would record first, and then the tape would go over here and then play back. So if you patched it correctly, you could put in like a 1 second or a half second delay between what's going in and what's coming out. It's a very simple analog delay. Well, we use that to delay what the guy heard in his headphones
From his microphone.
from his microphone. So he'd be cruising along, okay, he's listening, and he puts the mic out and he goes, oh, and if you've ever tried this, you know what this is like. He'd go on mic and say, okay, that was a new song by Steely Dan. Something's wrong with my headphones. 'Cause you're always waiting for yourself to catch up. And
It was impossible. Even if you knew that's what was happening, you couldn't do it. And I recently saw somebody do that. Somebody mess with somebody.
yeah.
They did it in a digital way, but
Yeah.
I recently saw someone do that. And,
That's
and it's
awesome.
impossible. If the feedback you're getting isn't what you're
Yeah.
saying, it's just slows you down.
Yeah.
And you start talking
Yes.
like.
My one of my favorite parts about all this is whenever we set something new up, our old pal Don Wines and I,
Mhm.
we got our hands on a couple lab coats, and we put on lab coats and get a clipboard, and we'd walk around the studio repatching things. The DJ thought we were, scientists or something.
We'd never get him to do this, but I'd love to get Don on the show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I
I'd
don't
love
know.
to.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it some other time, but we have to talk about the time that we convinced, I think it was Greg Bond, that there was a hurricane.
It was Scotty.
Was it? Was
Yeah.
it Scott?
No,
Scott.
Scott Monkosh.
Scott. No, a
Was-
different Scott.
No,
it
not
was-
Scott Monkosh.
Was
It
it
was a
Monkosh?
different Scotty, but we convinced him that there was a hurricane outside, and it went on for like 2 hours.
At least 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we were coming in we were drenching ourselves outside.
Yeah.
Because you can't see anything out in the world, and so we kept
Right.
we put on sound effects records and call the studio, and I can't believe it's blown away. The entire diner is just blown away. And we had a guy come in and he took the handlebars off his own bicycle and we dumped a bucket of water all over him, and he walks in with just the handlebars into the studio, and he just said, "It's all gone." It's all gone.
At one point we had
We kept
Lost the
having
war.
fake teletype news. They used to have teletype stuff,
Right.
so we kept UPI stuff. So we kept typing up our own teletype stuff and handing it to Scott. And
He gets the news and he's reading the breaking
if he'd
story.
gotten up and tried to walk outside, he would have seen it's April.
Well, no, he called his roommate, and he said, "Yeah, I just talked to my roommate. He said it's not that bad out."
But he's giving advice.
Yeah,
know.
he's telling people to go to chain your cars to trees. So
That's
they don't
right.
blow away.
Go down to the public safety office and get a chain and chain your car to a tree or pole. Yes.
At one point, we had Don Wines call in from another studio, proclaiming to be an admiral in the Navy in a submarine in Lake Ontario, telling him that this was all a Russian boat.
It went on for hours. And then finally we said, okay, you know what? You deserve a break. You've been manning the ship
Right.
here. You've been sticking to it. Why don't you go outside?
No, actually, what happened is all of a sudden the campus police showed up
Oh no.
because people were calling
That's
them
right.
saying, "What's going on at BSU?"
That's right. Yeah.
So I walk into the air studio and there's this campus police, and Scott looks at me like, Barry, what's going on? I looked at him. I said, Scott, I'm really sorry. This has all been an elaborate practical joke. And he just threw his hands up and left, and we never saw him again.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
So as you can see, we've been practicing our immaturity for long
yes.
For a very long
You're
time.
immature.
Yes. You
I
know who
know.
else has been practicing
Reminds
immaturity
me-
for a long time?
You took the
Of
words
someone
right
we've
out
been
of my mouth.
watching.
Go ahead, Steve. You got it.
No, go right ahead. It's the
No,
last
you do it.
episode. Go
No,
crazy.
I'm pushing buttons. You do it.
The last person. You know what? This is the last episode of
I know it is.
of
And
Captain
because it
America,
is-
so I hope everybody enjoys it because I hate it.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna like this because I'm starting off.
Why is it only 5 minutes long?
I hope they're at least good enough to kill him before the end of this.
Oh,
Oh, this is like a
Oh,
recap. I like
oh,
this. Tom.
great.
Yes, that's the
I
vibrator.
remember when
That really happened?
We've gone so far on this journey.
That was a
I feel like
dynamic
I-
vibrator.
I feel like I know the guy.
It's crazy they were there when the big one in Los Angeles happened.
And he survived.
Barrels.
Oh, there go the barrels.
You sure this is gonna work, Musk? I remember this is the one where he just caught some bees. That is not how you run up a set of stairs, boys.
A convenient hole in the wall.
Yeah, a little spackle.
The last time we'll be hearing from the Knockabout Gang.
This is all from like one episode, right?
No, it's all.
I think it's the pilot.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope this doesn't take the rest of the show for Christ. Well, if you consider this a show. Wow.
Look at this.
Well, this is back when he was Lieutenant America, isn't it?
He was working his way up to captain. Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
was major at one point. Private First Class America. Where are you?
That's right.
To think people actually believed this shit back then.
They didn't have
Well, he
anything else to
believed
watch.
And then again, we got people to believe in hurricanes. Why not this?
Yeah.
We have people that believe in AI, Steve. So
I like how the sound guy just phoned it in for today. Oh, no, there he is.
see, this is the front side of the house. It's gonna blow up. When we
It
see
blew
the
Honey,
up.
I'm home.
Just as he touches the garage door.
Giant
This is-
paper cuts.
I don't need to be this close to the cigar cutter.
Whee!
Now, I'm not a chiropractor, but I would think that that would have lead some spinal injuries.
He needs one now. Or does he?
Uh-oh.
It'll be smushed nicely now.
It's taken like a half hour for that thing to go down. He
I didn't
fell
realize
like
it was
three
so far down.
Oh no, not 350 things per thing. Not 350 of them.
units.
Oh, no.
Tom, units.
Phew.
They got the Chips Ahoy factory.
14 elves got killed.
Oh, here's
Not
the
9 out of
plane.
10 things.
All right, this is gonna be the back side of the same place we just saw. The front
At
side.
least nothing's blowing up today on my flight. I always like the 10th
Look.
Revolution. It's my favorite.
Look at your instruments.
Oh, was that a cat?
We're gonna hear that
See,
over there.
there's the back side of the same thing that we just saw the front side blow up.
It's amazing that he just foregoes his shield and just uses a revolver.
Electricity.
Rough day at work today, huh?
You know, being Captain America, your rotary cuffs wear out pretty easily.
See, think about how much time we could have saved watching this whole series.
I know. I know.
But then you
There
wouldn't
have been so much-
understand, like, everything's so much more impactful. Like, when he hits him with the painting, like, that means a lot more now since I've seen the
Oh,
rest,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
you know? I can't wait to watch it a second time so I can start seeing, like, eye movement and things that, you know, like,
So one more week?
This is it right now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
can't believe that we're
Oh, I'm
watching
not
the
kidding.
final episode of Captain America.
we are.
Thank Christ.
We are. We are.
Oh,
Oh,
my!
yeah.
Oh, you mean that wasn't the last episode?
No, this
That
is.
Just when
Here
you
we
thought
go.
it was over. But it's played at 1.5 speed slow, so we don't lose anything.
This is like that Horseshack test, whatever the hell it was, where the door kept on getting further away as you ran toward it. Well, that was actually not the Horseshack test. That was dots and ink on paper.
And introducing Pat Larson.
You know why I did this episode, this series? Because Noah Beery wasn't on it.
Nah.
That's why. Neither of the Beeries were on it.
No.
No beeries.
Oh, he's the Scarab.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now.
Does you think Scarab is his first name or last name?
I think it's Escarab.
First name is The.
Christ, man, we've got a 7-hour flight. We got to talk the whole time.
Oh, this is the 3 bombs. We're gonna figure out what happened.
You know how you say his name in Spanish? It's El Scarab.
Escarab.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Terrible.
definitely Spanish because you can tell it the way it's Bomb Relese.
The Realese.
Now look at that clock on that mantle, huh? Now that thing can take a beating.
So can he.
I like how, see how it's his last bomb, right? But then we see 3 explosions.
Well, he dropped 3 bombs.
The other ones went around the house, though.
Well, that house is a fixer-upper now, huh?
G.S. Hillman, wealthy railroad president, was rescued today by Captain America from the Scarab's agents.
I told you I could read. Next question. Give me something hard.
Suffering from a brain injury, he was rushed to a hospital.
I can only read right-hand
He
pages.
refuses to divulge, saying that he kept a secret to protect Hillman.
See, boys? Left to right.
He does regain consciousness. You'll tell him that you are the Scarab. He's been killed before he can talk. How? Only the DA and Captain America know where he is. His office of the district attorney and Captain America are the same man.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Spoiler
The
alert.
district attorney was on his way to the Watson farm.
He's got to go.
Yet Captain America was the one who reached there. That doesn't locate Hillman for us. Gail Richards will.
Also, at every scene of these crimes, there's an extra suit.
Bad shape. I wired for a famous brain surgeon. He was just starting off on a hunting trip when his office caught him.
Yeah.
He's driving back and should be here by 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he should be here by
Yeah.
5.
Famous brain surgeon, Dr. Hazara.
Yeah.
Is that his sister, Miss America?
Yes.
His name's Lobotomy. It says it right there.
Hospital Hillman is in. When the doctor arrives, I'll drive there. In the meantime, you go to the
Yeah,
hospital.
you go
Stay right
there.
beside Hillman. In the event that he regains
I'm pointing at your belly button.
try and
See?
get
And don't forget that Cabbage Patch doll. My kid
I'm gonna
wants
keep
it.
pointing at you here, sis.
Uh-oh.
It's the best way to travel.
Where to?
Backseat drivers.
Drummond Museum. It's good to see you, Miss Richards. Be seated.
Dr. Mather, why was I brought here?
I am S. Karab.
Perhaps this will explain.
Ooh, it's a
You said
scarab.
not.
I
The
get it.
brooch.
You're the scarab.
I've already got a date to the May
You're Miss
Festival
Morton,
dance.
perhaps? No. But I need some information.
Looks like a bed bug like that. A really fat bellied bed bug.
To entice you, here's a gem of
Where are
dung
they keeping
to
Hilton?
go with your bird.
If I
The
knew I-
scarab.
Fortunately, only the district attorney knows.
I had thought you would say that. But I have a means of making you tell me the truth.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna show her his monocle.
He needs a monocle for this one.
Is this not your mother's number? Is this a plane ticket?
This contains an extract. From
I bet you got a big box to put it in our.
Serum. Under its influence, you would tell me anything I want to know.
I'm seeing somebody whose name starts with the letter
Your
M.
effects never wear off. And you will spend the rest of your life in an insane asylum. A hopeless. And now,
Captain America would never put her in the insane.
Wait,
go ahead, Miss Richards.
You know, you can just get out of the way.
I want you to tell the truth.
If I tell you the truth, will you still hit me with the LSD?
the district attorney had wired.
Why didn't she just like do
Was driving
in a reverse?
He will
Give him
arrive
that.
at the office at 5 o'clock.
I think there's a recording device under that carpet of her hair.
What is the surgeon's name?
You know, for guys that enjoy this so much, you talk right through it.
I know.
Spell
It's
it.
impossible to hear what's going on. I'm so interested.
RODLAM.
Did we really need to hear that? How it was spelled?
Nope.
No one ever gets the fifth line of the eye chart.
Tell the user's name. To go to the district attorney's office. Mr. Gardner, I'm Dr. Rodlam Barracks. How do you do,
Do you have
Doctor?
a bathroom I can
Have a
use?
chair?
His name is Barracks?
I
Isn't that
expected.
scarab
I know.
spelled backwards?
I received your wire about Hillman, and instead of driving all the way, I managed to charter a plane.
Oh, I'm a big fan of mayonnaise,
In a
too.
case like this, time is important. As
I
Hillman
love how
regained
everybody
consciousness,
flies planes.
Sorry,
in
no.
the 50s.
This must be it right
Which
here.
hospital is he in? The Crestview on Woodlawn Avenue. My associate's waiting for my call. May I use your phone? Certainly.
Why
I
cite
know.
me?
Where's your handsman?
What's the number? Oh, 2643.
That's the VD hotline.
Why does he look so crafty?
Yeah, really.
Nabisco.
Get my surgical kit and meet me at the Crestview Hospital on Woodlawn Avenue. Understand? Got it. I'll take care of everything. The men are waiting downstairs. One will meet you in the lobby of the hospital in case of trouble. The other will wait in the getaway car. I'll be here when you get back.
Do most doctors
Very
have
well.
getaway cars,
I'll
sir?
start at once.
You say that again?
Sorry I can't go with you, Doctor, but I have some work to do. Please phone in your report as soon as possible.
Of course, Mr. Gardner.
Thank you.
Did he record all that?
This guy tapped the phone.
That man's an imposter.
What's
Only
Zeppelin
Gail and
Marks
I know
doing
I'm
there?
expecting a brain surgeon, and the man I wired for is Dr. George Thomas.
You can't believe he's not doctor?
But there's a chance to find her. I gave him the name of the wrong hospital. I want you to phone the commissioner. Ask him to send a raiding party to the Crestview Hospital and pick up Dr. Rodham Barracks and whoever's with him. Meanwhile, I'm going to trace that phone call he made.
This is where we need to pull up at a building that has a sign in front of it saying wrong hospital.
I feel like I'm watching a little bit of The Departed, you know?
43.
This is
I'll
where
double
we need
cross.
some of Barry's entertaining tricks.
District Attorney, open up.
How the hell did that miss him? The wood flew, and he was still standing in front of it. How did it miss him?
Oh, that was
Why
a good
not?
one. Nice. Oh, look, it's 1-on-1 for once.
Wow. He's going to owe a lot of damages. That's a cabinet. front
That's
door.
it.
Why
I'll
not?
be back, I'll be
Why
back
not
when
break
it's
down
over.
the door and then shoot?
You're not talk, sir. Ooh, money.
Where's Miss Richards? How would I know?
Seems in protest.
You know all right. And about that phony surgeon, Rodland Barracks, too. Phony? Well, the girl told us that. She gave you the wrong name. She made this one up to warn me. And at the same time to tell me that Malder is the scarab. Malder? You're crazy. Hey, how could she do that?
Eyebrow goes up.
Rodland Barracks is Malder Scarab spelled backwards.
Somebody got that here.
S-C-A-R-A-B-M-A-L-D-O-R.
Barry got
Malder
that.
is the
Barry
scout.
got it.
Thank
Malder
you.
finds out she double crossed him. He'll kill her. She'll have a horrible death. Well, you know what? Shut up.
Shut
You
up.
won't find it out in time. Yes? The whole thing was a trap. The cops were waiting at the hospital. Got the others. I just managed to escape.
Hold the car there for a fast getaway. We'll be out as soon as we dispose of the girl.
Remember, fondue at 9.
Supposed to girl.
Oh, at least they're practicing social distancing.
So you lied. No one can do that and live. This looks 1,000 years old. But it isn't. A week ago, he was a living, breathing man. He
Mm.
disobeyed my orders.
Is that like
He was
a
placed in this
tomb?
case. In a short time, he became the withered mummy that you see before you. And you'll be just like that in a few minutes. Gruber.
He's gonna wither away that fast?
No, he's talking about his withered mommy.
She said he'll just be like that. He'll be just like that in a few minutes. So I'm like,
I don't know
Wait,
who
how-
that guy
how
is, but
often-
shoot him. What could go wrong? Oh,
He's so... Now I know why nobody's out on the streets.
I'll get our valuables together while you connect the mummifying gas.
oh, mummifying gas.
Oh, the mummifying
Uh,
gas.
about that mummified gas, a couple of the boys came over, you know. I'll get what's left of it.
Do we still have this like 100 years later? Mummifying gas.
There it is.
It's just amazing that we lose all this technology, you know,
Yeah.
reincarnation machines, mummifying gas.
oh, I don't know. I had bratwurst the other day, and there was plenty of mummifying gas.
Oh, there you go.
Leaving?
Oh, nice.
Scarab,
Pravate.
you
I
arrived
trace you because
sooner
you're
than I
Latin.
expected, Mr. District Attorney.
Where's Gail Richards?
Well, you'll never find her unless
He's not even hiding it anymore. His eyebrows are
unless
going
you're
through the
willing to
mask. He looks
exchange
like an
her
ass.
life for my freedom.
What are you doing, Captain America?
The scarab will have the pleasure of turning on the gas.
Oh, good. Scarab's about to be dead.
Better make a deal, Captain America. In a
He
few
ends up
minutes,
becoming a
it's too late
successful
to save
mortician, that guy.
Then she's in the building. Tell me where she is.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, God, they shot the ceiling.
No!
What did my ceiling ever do to you?
The lighting guy took another one for the team.
This guy's still alive? They're gonna still
I
gonna
think he's the
mummify
associate
her?
producer that was on set. He took one.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've seen Deadpool.
Bratwurst again.
Blood sausage. It actually doesn't feel that bad. I've been blown up, trapped in a box. Whatever. I'll turn into a
Oh,
mummy.
no. It's Mummy Dearest.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, just don't let that medieval stuff fall over, okay?
Where's your gun? Shoot him. All
Hey,
right.
the scarab's getting his ass kicked. Bottom line.
Really?
If only there were some barrels.
Good thing he's in a room full of priceless antiques and vases, you know?
There's one.
Woo! Just broke it on the couch. Fighting for her life, meanwhile.
And you sure it's okay that I'm breathing dry ice?
How long did she live after this?
That chair's the only thing in this set that actually costs anything because they're not going to touch it.
So now only her back is going to be mummified.
Yeah, her back's going to be mummified.
Yeah.
She's going to come out looking like
Now everybody's
Elvira.
going to be mummified because the gas is being released into the whole room.
Oh, boy.
Midnight.
Thanks to Captain America.
Scarab
we
dies
now
at
know
midnight.
We are fighting district attorney. The Scarab and his murderous gang pay the supreme penalty in the electric chair at the stroke of midnight tonight.
Oh, wow. They
Review
waste
the
no time.
Scarab's crimes.
No need to review them now. These convictions definitely prove that crime doesn't pay. I want to say that the people of this city owe a great deal to you, Mr. District Attorney, Captain America.
Thank you. But we owe a great deal more to Gail. Her cleverness took me off the Scarab's identity.
But Captain America arrived in time to capture the Scarab.
Oh, an angel's getting his wings.
Midnight.
Got the scarab.
Ask not
Oh,
for
what is
whom
it?
the bell tolls.
The toll of doom for the Scarab.
That's
How did they all-
cold,
How'd
dude.
they all get to London so quick?
Man, they waste no time.
We broke Steve.
That was
Steve,
great.
Steve didn't
Oh
make
my
it.
God.
Hey, welcome
He
back.
was protesting.
I did that. I did that last episode in protest.
All right. Hey, Steve, I just read the New York Times that you've been named the new Ayatollah.
Ayatollah rock and roller, baby.
Yeah,
No, I had told you.
I told you so. Yeah.
I told you so.
Well, that shit's done with. What's next, Tom?
Oh, I don't know. You find something. I don't know.
Yeah, Steve.
Yes, Steve, since you have such strong opinions, I'm sure you have a really good idea on what we're going to have
Hey,
next.
listen, until you cough up $100, you got nothing to say.
There you go.
You stick to your French books.
Yeah. It's the
Jay
mummifying
makes your
gas.
beans, Danelle.
Mummifying gas for you, Danelle.
Actually, Tom, I wanted to thank you for these exciting cereals that we've been enjoying.
They're amazing.
They don't make them like this anymore.
It's amazing that they don't, you know?
It's amazing that they did.
Somebody should totally read like this summer.
They do make them like this. We're still watching this kind of crap.
Yeah, yeah.
This summer
They
under
make
the
this kind
sea.
of crap more than they make anything else.
Our grandchildren are going to do a webcast in about 40 years, and they're going to make fun of the movies that we like today.
Like what?
I don't know.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Alex, was that the Honest Trailers voice that you just did? I like the Honest Trailers voice.
This summer
I never
under the
liked it.
Caribbean Ocean. One man. Starring Jason Statham.
Speaking of upcoming movies,
Oh yes.
so I've been in contact with the major Hollywood studio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, with all the work that you've been doing lately.
Yeah,
I
so
knew something was going on because I'm like, you're in a lot of stuff, dude.
I've convinced them to do a reboot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in 3D. So we're gonna take a look at the trailer for this new 3D movie, and I'm just giving you a heads up. You got to kind of squint your eyes to get the full 3D effect.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah, let's take a look at the trailer.
Okay. We'll
Do
do.
How fast this thing go?
Oh, yeah, I see the.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Single all the way in 3D in theaters July 14th.
Wow.
So you
Oh,
may
man,
You
I
may
can't wait.
recognize that is that famous scene of Larry the Cable Guy dressing up as Santa Claus, riding the mechanical bull to win a doll for his daughter for Christmas.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
saw it. I
Which
saw it.
just pops out at you, though, right?
I
I
felt
saw
like I could touch it.
unicorns. I don't know. I
Yeah.
saw unicorns.
Yeah.
I thought Larry the Cable Guy was in my room at one point.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're going for.
I've never been able to look at those stereogram or whatever the hell they call them. What do they
I
call
thought
them?
it
remember
was-
those.
I thought it
Stereogram.
was the sky.
They do call them that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never ever been able to see what it's supposed
Yeah.
to be. Never.
I learned how to do it fairly recently.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Since you don't have a job.
And I
that's
got
what you're
so,
doing.
yeah, I got so excited about it. I just decided.
It's just you just go into it with like 1,000-yard stare, you know?
Yeah, and of
Yeah.
course I had to do my favorite movie of all time, Jingle All the Way 2.
For my money, I don't think Jingle All the Way. I don't think there's a better Christmas movie out there.
Agreed.
You know?
Totally agree. Larry the Cable Guy totally steals the show there. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay. Oh, what's my favorite? What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation. Die Hard. Boom.
Die Hard. Yeah.
My favorite Christmas movie? I just told you.
I mean, anyone
Jingle All the
else?
Way too.
Oh, Jingle All the Way 1 is my second favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was Debbie Does Christmas.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Is that the one where Santa goes down your chimney?
Yeah,
Oh,
and Rudolph the sleigh.
Well, not mine.
Slave
No.
dealer.
Yeah.
That's the one where he calls her a ho ho ho.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I always like the White Christmas a lot.
Yeah, I wish I didn't, but I do. I
Yeah,
wish I could shake myself from liking it, but I
I need a little bit more diversity in my Christmas to know.
Yeah. I find White Christmas fairly racist now.
Yeah, I know.
It is. I liked it as a kid, but now, like, yeah, I don't watch this. I'm trying to think what else do I
Miracle.
like.
I like Miracle on 33rd Street. It was a knockoff of
34th?
Yeah.
Oh, since I'm not
34th,
going
yeah.
34th.
It was it's a poverty-stricken story. It's not happy.
Yeah, that's the true Miracle. Yeah, that's where all the dumpsters were for the stores. On 30.
Like, they just threw it out. Get over here. It's a bird.
I don't know. I watched that movie and I thought I was going to like it more because everybody said it was such a good movie and I didn't. I like
one?
Four Christmases. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, it's of its time. It's
Yeah, I feel like
100%
it's.
of its time. Yeah, Four
Yeah.
Christmases is really funny.
Yeah, I like that one.
I shouldn't say this, but I will.
What? Tell us.
I saw a movie that was a combination of Deep Throat and the Santa Claus. It was called Deep Pole.
Ooh.
Huh.
Oh,
I knew I shouldn't.
I
I knew I
agree
shouldn't
with
have said it.
I agree.
I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
It
But you
really
live and
is-
learn, you know?
It's slayed, from what I hear.
It's
Yeah.
like.
It's Slade.
I
I think there was a
Thanks to the
crossover with
Western.
Pinocchio. Lie to Me, starring Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Debbie from Debbie Does Dallas this summer.
Uh,
Lie to Me, Pinocchio. Followed up with Jason Statham in Diver Dance. This time in person. Hey, where's the Baron?
I've
Oh,
got to do
hold on.
something with that. Then I've got to do that. Yeah.
Jason Statham in his most dramatic role ever, featuring The Rock and Jack Black as the Mermaid.
What was the mermaid's name?
Minerva.
Minerva.
Yeah, Jack Black as Minerva.
Minerva.
Did they have Santa Claus in Canada? You know?
They do. They
That's
do.
where he
Santa
freaking
Claus.
comes from.
Yeah, that's where he's from. Yeah.
Oh, he's from Canada.
It's from the North Pole.
North
So,
Pole. That's where
what do you think
Canada
is north?
That's in Canada, the North Pole.
Oh, what else is up
Might
there?
be.
They try to
Right.
say that. They want to
Not
claim
Not
everything.
Greenland or.
Well, no, I mean, isn't the Arctic Circle like its own landmass?
No.
Or is
No.
that's
No.
part of Canada.
That would be
Oh.
Canada.
That's
So
why Trump.
Santa Claus is Canadian.
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh, wow.
Any further, you'd be in the hole in the center of the earth that goes down.
Any further, and you'd be in the South Pole.
Or when he close, right?
In Russia.
Am I right?
I don't think Canadians celebrate something as joyous as Santa Claus, though. They don't strike me as people that would really do that.
Really?
Yeah, they don't seem like a joyous people at all.
Well, wasn't Saint Nicholas from Norway or Sweden or something?
I
Yes,
don't know.
He was.
I always
originally.
learned that, yeah, like he was German or European or something.
I know
Saint
Bob and
Nicholas.
Doug were from the Great White North.
Oh, yeah. You
I
betcha,
thought-
you hoser.
I thought you were from Duluth.
Duluth.
It's close
Oh.
enough to Canada, like Canada Light over there.
Yeah.
The borders are nebulous when you get to like that area, you know.
Nebulous.
Nobody really cares.
Hey, you know what's not nebulous?
What?
Captain America. Don't play it again.
I-
We're not. We're not.
Can you do the recap though?
We'll do the recap.
Do we need to recap the recap?
We'll recap the recap.
What are we gonna have now? Sal is gonna be a guest star on the next Captain America.
I think Steve would rather be kneecap
Marlon.
than recap.
Yeah.
No, I
How
mean,
about
my
some-
God.
How about some cartoons?
We could do, yeah. In fact, I saw one. That would be perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a long. Honest to God, it was a long lost, just recently restored, never before seen Porky Pig.
Oh, that's
Porky Pig?
cool.
Yeah.
That would
There
be
you
neat.
go.
Was it Porky Pig? It was. I watched. It was. I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny.
Yeah. Wow.
It was so funny.
So I'd like to keep
Black
my,
and white. Yeah.
if it's okay.
Cool. Well,
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I'd like to keep my ass. So maybe not. Don't. Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's how to ring your ass. I mean, if you think telephones are easy now,
Yeah.
think of how easy they used to be.
Yeah.
ah,
Mm.
That was pretty. That green.
how the hell big are his windows?
I never. This is what it's like to live inside the present, huh?
Oh, that's how they used to wallpaper the walls?
How often hasn't this happened
They
to
still
us?
wallpaper.
The phone
that way,
always
don't
seems
they?
to ring when we're doing something like this,
Okay.
or in the bar.
Well,
Until recently,
get into
there
a
was
comfortable
nothing we could
pair
do
of
about it.
jeans, buddy.
Unless
What are
we
you
were
doing?
particularly ingenious, like
Oh,
this
he's not
Cambridge
wearing a
doctor who's
three-piece
invented
suit.
his own solution to the problem. If he's out of the surgery when a patient rings, the voice is automatically recorded so that he gets the message later.
Oh, the Brits.
It was that easy to set that up.
What is going on with that lamp?
What's going
This
on?
woman fused her hand dialing a phone wrong.
Please call at 21 Farmley Avenue to see Mrs. Fletcher. I've upset some hot frying oil over my hand. Will he come as quickly as he can?
We had vinyls
That's a
full of
slightly primitive
recordings,
apparatus, admittedly.
voicemails.
So over now to a factory in Camberley, Surrey, where the basic principle of the automatic telephone has been considerably
Dude, life was so much easier back then.
aspect of scientific achievement in the realms of
You
electronics,
expect me to
for
do this
example,
at home?
can be seen in the production of this revolutionary machine. If you get muddled mending a fuse,
Wonder
how
what
would you
those
like
colors
to tackle
all
this
meant.
little lot? Each machine has 80 to 90 different wires that have to be soldered.
You know, she
Soldered?
poops with the door.
The
open.
Yeah.
lights have to be so.
Margaret, you want to wear a mask, honey?
Yeah, with that face.
This is why they
In
use
place of the
women. They were
doctor's old
disposable.
gramophone turntable is a tape recorder.
If you have
The
soldered
magnetic
your
tape is
hand
cut
to
into
the
length
bench,
and make up
dial
into a
2.
loop with a pre-recorded message informing startled callers that the person
Please
in the house
help.
is
I'm
unavailable,
trapped in this
but they
factory.
can talk to the robot answer phone. Every part is checked for faults. That, by the way, is an oscilloscope for checking sound.
Imagine all the jobs that were lost. when
How
this
could
was
you not
eliminated.
look at this and be like, the future is now? You know?
A wow and flutter meter detects any imperfections in the recording mechanism. It doesn't seem possible that so much equipment and wiring can go into one small box. But then these days we seldom stop to think about the modern wonders around us.
Oh
They're
my
taken for
God.
granted.
I do take it for granted.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown is not at home, but will you please leave a message? Speak slowly. Speak now.
To conform to GBO regulations, the machine is sealed. The answer phone can answer back, but it mustn't be rude. Anyway, to see how it works in practice,
Wow.
we call at the office of Mr. Peter Cadbury, chairman of a well-known ticket agency.
And the Cadbury egg fortune, we get it.
What?
By the way, still Phillips here.
What?
Johnny here. I saw the manager tonight. He's quite willing to cooperate either on the 24th or the 25th.
Just one indication of
What?
what the future holds for us. For tomorrow is the
Who's
robot age.
talking? All of you are yelling at once. I can't hear. Hang on.
I
yeah.
thought you'd like to.
That is awesome. Like the answer. Look how easy the answering machine was.
Used to
use.
be.
You know,
How
you don't.
complicated it is.
You
now.
order from the answering machine factory, who would make a custom message for you. No, give me Pretty the Lady, number 32B. She'll do my voice.
This can be yours for the low price of $217,000.
And now it's in your pocket.
Pounds.
And
Pounds.
Pounds, sorry.
pounds.
Sterling. Yeah. Yeah. They had shillings in those days, though, didn't they?
It costs you 42 pounds and 8 ounces.
6
Right.
shillings. 3 pence.
We had a few bob
And
too.
a few bob. Yeah. But then Bob's your uncle, right?
Yeah.
Mm. How much is an uncle worth? Half the ant?
I don't know.
What?
I'm not English. I don't know how the currency works. I lived in Canada and they have loonies and toonies. That's how far I go, you know? Once I heard
And they
that,
got
I was
rid
like,
of the
oh, it's cool. I'll
penny.
just use
You lived
American
in
money.
Canada? You lived in Canada? Have either one of you ever seen a moose?
I have not. Have you?
I have.
Really?
The one who has.
I mean, other than Bullwinkle, I've never seen one.
No, I saw
I've
one
never
here
seen
in
them myself live.
Colorado.
Really?
Yeah.
Alex, did you see any cool wild animals over there
No.
in Alberta? It's like it's the middle of nowhere.
No, I saw a frigid beast that was colder than anything else on Earth, but I haven't seen her for a while, so I don't know.
Oh, no, Alex.
Oh, my goodness. Really?
So, Danelle brought it up earlier, too early, I thought. Thank you, Tom, about it being Oregon Day.
Is it?
And yeah, are you in Oregon? Or are you
No.
still in Duluth?
Duluth. I
No,
moved
he's-
out to I'm at Mordor.
Why is it
You're in
doing that?
Washington now, aren't you?
I
There's
just
a
don't-
moose.
There's a moose. I'm telling you.
There's a moose.
To its tail.
Here we are.
They
They
dock
docked
'em.
it.
What
I-
a rack.
I just thought we should.
I mean, if you were a lady moose, how could you look at that and not want to be like, yeah, let me get some of that,
Totally.
you know?
I think that is a lady
That
moose.
is a lady moose.
Oh, is it a lady moose?
No,
Whatever. I
it's
don't.
a male moose. You could tell by his penis hanging from his chin.
So you know.
I got you. That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
What is it,
know
a
that-
lobster?
No,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's where he keeps his iPhone.
Lobsters' penises are in their chin.
I don't.
You know, a
I don't
lobster's
think-
penis is in a moose's chin.
Thought he drinks water from it. That was like a nozzle.
I don't know. I just thought a moose would be nice since you
A
mentioned.
nice guest.
Should
Yeah,
invite him
yeah.
to be a member of the show.
We should.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Favorite
alright.
animals.
No, I was driving with my daughter up in the mountains near Winter Park, and we saw it was a 2-lane highway, and we saw a whole bunch of cars ahead of us stopped by the side of the road, and we stopped, and there off the side of the road was a mama moose and her
Oh,
calf
look at you.
wow.
wandering along the side. Yeah,
Oh.
Hmm.
What do you say when you see two or more, like there's meese? Hey, look at the meese.
moose.
Mooses.
Mooses.
Look at the moose.
Moose and squirrel.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Never underestimate the power of a schnook.
Yeah,
I used to love Rocky and Bullwinkle.
yeah. That's
I like the
that was
history part.
massively subversive in those days. Massively subversive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah,
God,
they blacklisted Bullwinkle.
Oh, did they? I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that.
massively subversive. Yeah, they were making fun of the Cold War, making fun of the president, making fun of every
nice.
single thing, making fun of political leaders, making fun of it was constant.
Yeah.
They never stopped.
Nice.
It was so subversive that it was one of those things that in those days
Mm-hmm.
it was like this part's for the kids and this part's for the parents. And this,
Yeah.
and it eventually wound up to be a primetime show. It started off as a Saturday morning cartoon for kids. It wound up to be like a 9 o'clock at night.
Well,
Like a Simpsons type thing, huh?
Incredible.
Yeah,
Wow.
So this day,
Jay,
we sat and watched almost every day in Bullwinkle. Bullwinkle show was so good. Still good.
Jay Ward didn't play. Jay Ward was quite,
Dennis the Menace.
quite the lunatic.
Dennis the Menace. Yeah.
Was
So
he?
what?
Jay Ward, was he not Dennis the Menace?
No, I'm talking about Jay Ward, the guy that I think wrote that. He was like in charge of the production of Bullwinkle, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Well, there were two guys. One of them was a massive liberal. The other one was a massive conservative, and it
Well,
was
that's interesting.
And
it
they
was
just-
funny that it worked out the way. In fact, one of them, the conservative guy, they didn't have anybody to do the voice of Bullwinkle yet, and they had to record, and they were doing all that. So he just sat down and did it, and he wound up being the voice of Bullwinkle.
being Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Then you're talking about Bill Scott.
Yes. Mhm.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
You see, to be funny, you have to know your history.
You got to know.
You have to.
A woman came to our show last night, and I was standing around in the lobby beforehand, and she said, "Are you one of the comedian performers?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, you look pretty serious." And so two of us at the same time pretty much said, "There's nothing funny about comedy."
That's great.
She kind of,
That's absolutely awesome.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You think this is funny? Stand up here and try it.
No.
That's awesome.
What do you guys have?
So, Tom, what do you have planned this week?
What do I have planned? My God. I wasn't expecting that. There it is.
Boom!
Anybody else have a thing?
Got a gig coming up
When's that?
Oh, where's your gig?
next Saturday. It's in Jersey
Ah,
Nice.
at the Brook Theater.
okay.
We'll be playing a band called Pink Floyd.
Ah,
Oh,
I hope you win.
I heard he's
Yeah,
cool.
thank you. Yeah, they're from Canada.
Mm.
Sounds Canadian. Pink Floyd.
Anybody else got a thing?
Nothing.
No, but I'm gonna plan on coming down in April. Boom.
Good.
I
2
just
weeks.
booked a flight to Canada in April.
Oh.
So fun.
2 weeks from
Wow.
now is our 5th anniversary show.
Oh my God.
Oh, already.
Yep. What do you mean
5
already?
years?
Mm-hmm.
That's
5
awesome.
years.
I'm looking forward to it.
Just it doesn't seem like more than 4.5 to me.
So
we can
we're
do
going to
some
start
fun.
Captain America right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Captain America, Diver Dan. Captain America, Diver Dan. Captain America. And we'll squeeze Belinda in there somehow.
Well, it's a shame. It's a shame I can't make the rest of the month.
Well,
Funny.
what'll we do?
Steve, you have to be there.
Yeah,
I'll be in Guadalajara
Yeah,
with
sure.
El Scarab.
with
El
El
Scarab.
Scarab.
And
Right.
Zorro
No, I'm meeting that Lois Lane lady down there.
there.
I hear her plane blows up on the way down. So
You dog.
we gotta
Auf
go.
Wiedersehen,
Black on
guys.
queso.